Dear children, let us move on to the third lesson from the history, the impact of British rule in India. So they came, they started the trade, and not only that, they established their supremacy in India. Now we will see what did they do after establishing their supremacy in India. Lot of things, harm also they have done to us. Let us see what are the things, what are the rules and regulations they have introduced in India. So in this lesson we will be learning administrative and judicial system, land tax policies, modern education, laws during British rule. Children, from this lesson, 3-mark question is compulsorily asked. Either the land tax system, education, or the administrative system. Any one for 3-mark will be asked. The Britishers thought of exploiting the situation to further their political consolidation. So still they are not satisfied. They want to extend their empire in India. They implemented divide and rule policy among the Indian rulers. So what did they do? Among the Indians only they put bad thought, divide and rule policy, and slowly dominated all the rulers and subjugated them. So slowly they are taking over all the position from the Indian rulers and bringing them down and occupying the places of the Indian rulers, the Britishers. In order to achieve complete dominations in India, they employed war and negotiation methods cleverly. So if you have been seeing this in these history lessons, the doctrine of all the wars, Carnatic wars, Sikh wars, Maratha wars, Anglo-Mysore wars, we will be seeing in another lesson. All these wars plus the doctrine of lapse and the doctrine of subsidiary alliance, divide and rule policy, all these implemented by the Britishers in order to gain control over the Indians. Very cleverly they introduced all these things in India. India was devoid of one nation concept and was scattered into various kingdoms. So, India was in one nation concept, but there were many kingdoms. The British integrated the whole of India under the one administrative and political structure. So, it was the Britishers who made the Indians to come under the one structure. Education, judiciary, land tax, trade, agriculture, and other various areas of activities were regulated under various laws and administrative systems. So it was the Britishers who introduced the various laws and rules, judicial system, and education. Also, they are the ones who introduced in India. So lot of good things happened at the same time. Lot of harm is done in a country. So first we will move on to the administrative and judicial system. The civil services. The system of appointing employees for the purpose of trade was done by the East India Company from the beginning. So if they want any employees to work, so the East India Company was appointing them. Employers made money became corrupt through illegal means. So now what they were doing, they were, if they give bribe, they were getting the job. So, to control this, in 1773, the government of England implemented Regulating Act in India. So, in order to stop these corrupt activities, the British East India Company in England, they introduced the Regulating Act of 1773. In 1800 Common Era, Lord Cornwallis opened Fort William College in Calcutta. So see, the education system also, they are the ones introduced in a country for the benefit of the people aspiring to join civil services. So why did the Lord Cornwallis open this college? In order to for the people to benefit. But this initiation did not find support from the directors of the East India Company. So though Lord Cornwallis started the college, but for the civil services, so if I want any job to apply, I need to write the exams. So this concept came from the Britishers. Today we are practicing that in our country. So the company did not support him. As a result, all the appointments till 1853 common era were done by the directors. So corruption continued. They take the bribe and they were appointing the employees. From 1853 Common Era onwards, the appointments for civil services were done through competitive examination. Children, you must be able to understand, grasp here. So the IAS, IPS, UPSC exams, all that came from the Britishers here. You see, the competitive examination started from 1853 onwards for 1 mark or MCQ or anywhere. For general knowledge, this will be very useful for you. So common examinations, all these competitive examinations came from the Britishers from 1853 onwards. This did not benefit Indians much. So Indians were not so educated. So this system was not helpful for the Indians. The British continued to suspect the efficiency of the Indians. So the Britishers thought all the Indians are Buddhus. They are not knowledgeable. So nobody will pass these exams. This was the thought of the Britishers. After the Battle of Buxar, dual administration came into effect in Bengal region. Under this, civil and judiciary were given to the Indian officials. So the civil and the judiciary was handed over to the Indian officials. But later what happened? The British thought of bringing more centralized judicial system in India. With the implementation of this system, the British overtook the authority of the Mughal and established their supremacy in India. So if we give this civil and judicial system to Indians, they will take upper hand. So that is why what did the British do later? They took over the responsibility, and what everywhere the judicial system was under the control of the British. In 1772 Common Era, two types of courts were established by Warren Hastings in each district: a Diwani Adalat, that means the civil court, and Fauzdari Adalat, criminal court. In these civil courts, Hindus were dispensed justice as per the Hindu scriptures and Muslims were as per the Shariat. So in the Diwani and Fauzdari Adalat, what did they do? So if the Hindus make mistake, according to the Hindu law, what is the punishment was given to the Hindus? And according to the holy scriptures of Muslims, if we make any mistake, so what is punishment is prescribed from their holy books, that punishment was given to the Muslims. Slowly, the British legal procedures were introduced in the criminal courts. So now what happened here? The Indians were very poor in knowing the things. So whatever the rules the British wanted, they introduced in the courts. And the official language was English. The Indians did not know the language. Civil courts came under the administration of European officers. So whatever the decisions were taken by the Britishers, that was followed even by the Indians. So lot of discrimination was happening from the beginning. That was all about the judiciary. So they introduced, the British themselves introduced whatever the rules they want to follow by in the court. The police system. Lord Cornwallis implemented the efficient police system in India for the first time. He created the new post of Superintendent of Police, SP. He divided a district into many stations and put every station under the Kotwal, a person in charge. So today how we are functioning, it is from the Britishers. Similarly, he put every village under the care of Chowkidar. Kotwal was made accountable for the thefts, that means robbing, crimes and other law violations at village level. So today in police station we say inspector, So like that it was divided in the beginning only by the Britishers. This system was introduced by the Britishers, especially the Lord Cornwallis. The system of appointing British magistrates started in 1781 Common Era. The police officers were under the power of the magistrates, the person in charge. In 1861, the police law was implemented. Indians were not appointed for the post of any officers. They were only the PC, what we call today, the police. So any of the authority or office post, the police were not taken. In 1902, the Police Commission law allowed the appointment of suitable educational qualification for the post of the police officers. In spite of all these measures, the discrimination against the Indians did not end. So, though Indians wanted to take up, but the Britishers were refusing to give the post. So, this was lot of discrimination, may it be in the judicial, police, in all the fields. Lot of discrimination was done to the Indians. So judicial system, police system, now the military system. The British appointed the Indians for the military and took the entire India under their control with the help of the military. So even the military was under the control of the British. So whatever they say, the soldiers have to listen to them. So in this way, they gained the control of the whole military. The officers were again the British. The Indians were not appointed as any of the officers. The Indians could reach the rank of Subedar, the highest post available to them. So not the officers, only the Subedar, the highest post available to them. Most of the Indians were coolie soldiers. So not the officers or the higher post in the military system, only the coolie soldiers. The military system was redesigned according to the recommendations of Peel in 1857 Common Era. So later, whatever the rules were practiced in the military system, they had changed from 1857 onwards. So this is all about the military, police and the judicial system introduced by the Britishers in India.